Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear student of third prep, today we are going to solve the questions of Egyptian Knowledge Bank. We have Nagwa platform questions. Okay, we start with questions for Unit 1, force and motion. Okay, we have different kinds of questions. We start with the first part today, and I hope you enjoy all the questions that we have today. And it may be easy or difficult. It depends on your studying and your understanding for every point. Okay, let's start with our first question. Question number one says that a bike moves a distance of 20 meters in a time of 5 seconds. What is the speed of the bike? Okay, we have the distance here and time. If we want to calculate the speed here, at the first, if we start solving, we will put the given that we have. The given that we have the distance of 20 meter and second time of second 5 seconds. Okay, and we will put the rule v equal distance over time. So we have here the distance 20 divided 5 time, and the result will be 4 meter per second. Okay, it's simple and easy and direct for the rule speed equal distance over time. Okay, let's go into another question. We have here an aircraft moves at a speed of 20 meter per second. So we have here the speed 20 meter per second for 8 seconds. Okay, the given here the speed and time. The speed and time. So how far does the aircraft move? We want to get what? We want to get the distance here. According to the rule, if we have the given speed 20 to 120 meter per second and time 8 seconds, we want to get the distance equal v time what? V time t. So we have the rule here d equal v time t. 220 time 8 will given the distance will be 1760 meter. Okay, it's also easy question for the rule. We have all the rules direct here in our lesson. Okay, let's going to question number 3. Question number 3 says that the grid shown consists of lines spaced 1 meter apart. Okay, an orange object moves across 3 grid lines, each movement giving 3 grid lines. So if it move one position, it means he make a 3 lines here from one forming one movement each 1 second. Okay, in a time of 1 second. If the speed of object doesn't change, it means each movement making a three grid lines in 1 second. What color will the object across 1 second later? Okay, if we move 3 lines also, so it will make 1, 2, 3, so it will reaches to the blue line also. Okay, if we have each movement making a 3 grid lines in 1 second, if we have later 1 second, then the movement here, so it will reaches directly to the blue line. I think it's easy question, but you must understand the statements in front of you. Okay, let's go into question 4. Question number 4 says that the grid shown consists of equally spaced lines. Blue object here we have and an orange object are both moving across the grid with uniform speeds. Object crossed the line, red line here at the same time, T1. Okay, they take the same time, but the orange object cross the purple line at the same time that the blue object here crosses the green line. Okay, so they have the same time that they starting the moving from the red line here, one of them, the orange object, reaches to the blue line, and the blue object reaches to the green line. Okay, how do the speeds of object compare between time 1 and time 2? Okay, if we comparing between each of them, we have here time 1 and time 2. Okay, if we mention that we have one of them reaches or attached or reaches to a place far from the other, so its speed will be higher than the other. So the blue object has a greater speed than the orange object. If we making the comparing according to the time that they compensate, we have here or crossed the time here, object, orange object move a greater or less, so it will be less. If we're comparing the orange according to the blue, so the orange object moving less with less speed, but here the blue object has a greater speed comparing to the orange one. Okay, let's going to question number 5. Question 5 says that which of the following is the correct formula for the speed of an object? Okay, if we make the definition for the speed, speed means that time that we taken by the object or the distance that the object passes to a crossing from one point to another point within a time. Okay, so the speed equals distance moved divided by time moved. Okay, for the other one here, speed moved, speed equals time moved divided by distance moved. Speed equals distance moved multiplied by time moved forward. So the right answer here will be the first one. Speed equals distance moved divided by time moved forward. Okay, let's go into question 6. Question 6 says that two cars drive the same distance at different speeds. Okay, they moving the same distance, but they taken or have different speeds. Which car takes more time to travel the distance? Okay, to travel the distance. Which car take more time? So if it take more time, so it will have a less speed. So the car with the less speed take more time, but the car with high speed take a less time. Okay, if we comparing between two runners, here we have one take little time, it means it has a greater speed. It's inverse relation between speed and time, but direct relation between speed and distance. If we have a greater speed, so we passes a greater distance. Direct relation between speed and distance, but inverse relation between speed and time. Okay, let's go into question 7. Here we have question 7 says that two cars drive the same distance at different speeds. So the different here in the speeds. Which car travels distance in less time? So I take a less time, so I have a greater speed. So the car with a greater speed is the right answer here. That take a less time. Okay, let's go into question 8. Question 8 says that here we have a truck or train here move uniformly. Uniformly means its speed constant from start point to the end point here. Its speed 12 meter per second. The position of the train at two different times is shown here. What distance does the train move between the two times? Okay, what is the distance here? We have speed 12 meter per second and time starting from 0 to 5 means that the time is 5 seconds. So if we make the relation here, we have v equal 12 meter per second, t equal 5 second here. If we want to get the distance equal speed time. So we will have 12 times 5 giving 60 meter. Okay, it is the right answer for our question. We want the distance that the train will move. We have here 60 meter. Okay, let's going to question 9. Question 9 says that a ball moves uniformly. The position of ball each second is shown. Okay, what is the speed of the ball? Here we have the ball moves with a uniform speed. Okay, here 2 meter in 1 second, and 2 meter also in 1 second, and 2 meter also here in 1 second. Okay, we want to get the speed. Here, if we take any distance here divided by the time in each part, all of them giving the same answer. So if we have v equal, we take the distance here 2 meter and time 1 second, so we divided v equal d over t, 2 over 1 giving 2 meter per second. If we take in here also, here we take 4 meter divided 2 second giving also 2 meter per second. If we take from the start here to the last one, here 6 over 3 also giving 2 meter per second. So it's a uniform speed, and the body moves uniformly means passing equal distance in equal periods of time. Okay, this is question 9. Let's go into question 10. Question 10. Two cars drive for the same amount of time at different speeds. Okay, they passes two cars, same amount of time, but they have different speed. Which car travels the greater distance? Which one? Greater distance, it means that it has a greater speed. It moves a greater distance, that it moves with a greater speed. As the relation between them is, as we say, it's a direct relation between distance and speed. Okay, let's go into question 11. Question 11 says that the grid shown consists of lines placed 1 meter apart. An orange object moves across the grid from the red line to the green line in a time of 2 seconds. Okay, here we take 2 seconds. What is the speed of object as it travels from the red line to the green line? Okay, here each one here moving 1 meter. Okay, each square moving here 1 meter. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it will move 5 meter. Okay, we put distance equal 5 meter, and time here we wanted to get it time. Time here will be 2 seconds. Okay, so we have distance divided time to get the speed. Distance we have 5 meter in 2 seconds. From the red line to green one, all the time is 2 seconds. So we will divide it 5 divided 2, giving 2.5 meter per second. Okay. Question number 12. Fill in the blank. If an object doesn't change its speed as it moves, then it moves with. Okay, we said that doesn't change its speed, so its speed will be uniform or constant speed. So the body moves with uniform or constant speed. Or we said regular speed also, we can say regular speed also. So the body, its speed doesn't change. Okay, this is the last question of this group. Okay, we will solve a lot of questions. Wait for us. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy all the questions that we have today. We will solve a lot of questions from Egyptian Knowledge Bank. I hope you enjoy this group, and we have the second part for the revision. Okay, wait for us. Thank you and goodbye.